Before we get started on repacking the wheel bearings, I'm going to go over some of the tools and equipment you're going to need. Some clean rags, a new grease seal, a 5-in-1 painter's tool that's stiff. You want a very thick one because we're going to be taking the bearing cap off with this, and you don't want it flexing on there. A jack, lugs, nut, socket. We're going to need some mineral spirits to clean the old brake or the old bearings. Going to need a seal puller to take the old grease seal out. A bearing driver. You'll need a hammer, side cutters, a brake spoon, or if you want to sacrifice a screwdriver like I did, just put a bend on it. Torque wrench, soft hammer, or a block of wood, a large socket, some brake parts cleaner, that's optional. You can use the mineral spirits for that. Some grease, and what I have here is a seal puller that attaches to a slide hammer, and a new cotter pin. Okay, I have it jacked up here, and if you have a single axle, you'll need to place a jack stand there. I'm going to take and remove the wheel with impact tools here. Okay, I'm going to just clean off the outside of the little hub here. Next, I'm going to take my painter's tool and knock loose the cap. Once it's loose, I'm just going to put the side on here, and then it'll pop right off. Next, I'm going to remove the cotter pin. Just take my side cutters here, straighten it out. Just pull it through. Okay, this nut might be a little tight on there. Shouldn't be very tight at all. We'll go ahead and remove it. Next we'll do is take and pull the hub out and grab our bearing and the washer. Next we'll take and pull the hub completely off. This is my little homemade seal puller here. I'm going to place that on the seal right above the bearing. Keep it separated. I'm going to place the socket there, and I'm going to use my slide hammer and then pull it straight out. Okay, now we're going to take the bearing out here, and we're going to clean all the grease out of here, the old grease, and then we're going to take some mineral spirits, wash out the inside of the drum here. What we want to do is look especially close to where the magnet goes for the electric brake. If this is too damaged here, or if it's down to the studs, you're going to need to replace the drum. So what you're going to want to do is take a little mineral spirits here, clean up the bearing, and you're going to want to inspect it. If it's discolored at all, you're going to need to replace that as well as the race. And if it looks in good enough shape, we can go ahead and repack it. I'm going to pack it by hand. So what I'm going to do is put some grease in my hand here. Make sure your hand is clean. We're going to pack the grease in from the bottom here until it squirts out the top. So I'll just take and scoop some grease out there. Put it in my clean hand. And we'll just keep pushing that grease in there until it comes out the top here. And if it's a little discolored, you can keep going till you see good clean grease come out. We'll do that all the way around. Okay, got that wheel bearing all packed with grease. Slip it in there. Now I'm going to take my grease seal and then put it in there. We'll take our brand new grease seal here. You want to make sure it's absolutely clean. I'm going to put it in there, and now we're going to take our bearing driver. This one happens to be a 65 millimeter. And what we'll do is line that up. Give her a couple love taps. Get it started. And you'll hear it when it hits the bottom there. And that's all seated. Now what we'll do is take a small amount of grease and just put it on that lip there so it'll slide on the spindle a little better. Okay, we'll go and clean our spindle off here, and we'll look for any gouges or spinning on there. Looks in pretty good shape. We'll also take a look at our brake pads here, our brake shoes. Those look in good shape yet. And we'll also take a look at our electromagnet here. If it's wore out, you'll see the wires and then it'll short out and it won't work. That still looks okay. So what we'll do, slide our brake drum on there. Now we'll repack the smaller front bearing here. Okay, we'll go and we'll slide our newly greased bearing in there. Push that in all the way. Don't forget your washer. And we're going to put this nut on here. We're going to run it down by hand. And I will show you, this happens to be a Lippert brake system. Although a Dexter has a special way to do it. You torque this to 50 foot-pounds while rotating it, and then turn it back 1/4 turn to get the right amount of play in there. We'll take back it off 1/4 turn. You want to take and make sure it spins freely here. And now we'll line up our hole there and put our new cotter pin in. Okay, we'll slide our cotter pin in there and we'll bend it around so our dust cover can fit on. We'll take our dust cover here and we'll take a soft hammer, put that on there. Now on the back side, if you don't have self-adjusting brakes, you will have to take the rubber plug out of there, and there's a little star wheel that we're going to turn, and we're going to make the brakes just drag very slightly on here and then just back it off very little, and then they'll be adjusted to when you apply the brakes that the brake shoes are out far enough that you will have braking action. Okay, we'll pop this little plug out of here, and then we will go inside here, and you'll feel the little star wheel, usually on the one edge or the other. It's not typically in the middle. And I'm not sure which way to turn it, but I'm going to be pushing it up and then turning the brake here to make sure that it's getting tighter. Okay, now that I got that adjusted, I'm going to go and put my little cap back in there and replace the wheel. Okay, on this travel trailer here, you have to put your torque wrench to 30 foot-pounds. Go ahead and tighten them up all the way around in a star pattern. The wheel is still off the ground, and once that's done, we will increase it to 60 foot-pounds, retorque it again, then put it on the ground and retorque it to 120 foot-pounds. So it's 30, double it to 60, double the 60 to 120. Trailer is on the ground, the tire. Go ahead and torque all these to 120. And then after 50 miles, we're going to double check the torque and add for 100 miles again.